Following is a class on the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chapter 20, Text 110 and 111, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on November 17th, 1975, in Bombay, India.
Josna Vistarina Jatha Parasya Brahmana Shakti Tathiram Apilam Jagat. We are discussing this part last Sunday night. So, the example is given just like fire is localized in a place, but the heat and light is expanded. The vivid example, we can see the sun globe is situated in one place, every one of us we can see, and the heat and light is distributed throughout the whole universe. According to our Vedic conception, the sun is moving around. Not the sun is the center. It is in the center of the universe, but it is going down. Kalachak, it is called Kalachak. In Brahma Samhita, it is said that Chaksuresha Savita Sagala Grahana Raja Samasta Sudamurti Asesha Teja Jatsagmaya Bhravati Sangrita Kala Chaksu Govindavadi Purisam Samaham. From Bhagavatam we understand sun is not fixed up in one place, but it is going round. And the whole universal planetary system, they are also moving, making the pole star. So, making the pole star as the fiber. So, we can see the sun is in the center of the universe, but it is illuminating and heating the whole universe. Similarly, Krsna is situated in his own abode, Golok Vrindavan, but by distribution of his different energies, he is all pervading. This is the idea. When you speak God all pervading, but he is energy, but he is not different from his energy. Shakti, Shaktimata, Abheda. Shaktiman, the energetic and the energy, they are not different. In the Bhagavad Gita also it is said, Krishna says, Maya tadamidam sadvam jagat abbakta murtina. I am situated all over the universe in my abbakta form, not manifested form. The manifested form is Krishna, that is in Golok Vrindavan. Parasya Shakti Vividhaiva Sriyate, he is distributed all over the universe, everywhere, Annantarasam Paramanuchayantarasam. He is within the universe, Annantarasam, and Paramanuchayantarasam, within the atom also. That is all pervading. Sadbam Khalidam Brahma. This is to be understood. The God is simultaneously localized and all pervading. The Mayavadi philosophers, they think materially that if God is all pervading, why he should be localized? Why he should not be? That is the answer. God is not under your dictation. He is all powerful. He can do so. Remaining in his own place, he can be distributed. He can distribute himself everywhere. Andantarasthang Paramanutayam. Advaita yachyati anadi ananta rupam. Ekapasu rachayatum jagadanda koti. Jachakti rasti jagadanda chaya jadantam. Andantarasthang Paramanutayam. Govindamadi purusham tamam. This is the conception of all poetry. So, ekadesasya jyotsna visarini jatha parasya brahmana shakti. So we should understand presence of God everywhere by His energy. Parasya brahmana shakti. Tathedam akilam jagat. There are many places in Bhagavad Gita. It is also said, Athva bahuraitena kingyatena tabajna vishtabhya aham idam krishnam ekansena sthitu jagat. Ekansena sthitu. As Paramatma, He is situated everywhere. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Krishna's Swabhavik Teen Shakti Parinati, Chit Shakti, Jiva Shakti, or Maya Shakti. So everything is Parasya Brahmana Shakti. Whatever we see, that is manifestation of the Supreme Lord's different energy. The example is the fire and the heat and light. That's all. Heat is the material energy and light is the spiritual energy. Just like when you feel some heat, you can immediately understand there is some fire. And if there is light, you can immediately understand there is fire. The light we can see and heat we can feel. By feeling or seeing, we can understand the existence of God everywhere. This is intelligence. Not that they challenge foolishly, can you show me God? I cannot see God, therefore no, I cannot see God. You can feel the presence of God by heat and light. Like light you can see. When there is sunshine, you can see both the light and the heat. So, as it is confirmed in the Vedic literature, we should appreciate the presence of God everywhere by His different energies, exactly like heat and light. But this energy of Krishna, He has got multi-energy. Natasya karyam karanancha vidyate, natasya sama udikasya dishyate, parasya shakti vividaiva suyate, sabha viki jnana balakriyacha. This is Vedic injunction. Natasya karyam karanancha vidyate. Krishna, here he is playing on his flute, but his energies are working. Just like a big man, a big business magnate, he is sitting in his room, but his energy is working, big factories going on. Large amount of profit is coming automatically. See, if it is possible for ordinary human being that is sitting in one place and still things are going on by management of his energy. So why not Krishna, the Supreme Lord? He is sitting in one place. Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuta ananda chinmaya rasa pratibhavita bhi stabhi eva nija rupataya kalabhi Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhutta. He is situated in his planet Golok Vrindavan. Still, his energies are going on. The material energy is working. This material world, Krishna says, Maya dhapsena prakriti suyate characharam. Under his vigilance, all the laws of material nature is going on. Exactly in time the sun is rising, the moon is rising, everything is going on, minutely, very nicely. Parasya Shakti, Savhaviti Jnana Balokriya. It is going so nicely that Krishna hasn't got to learn how to do it. The machine is so perfect, it is going on perfectly. The flower is coming by his energy. Punna Gandha Pratibhyancha, the special seed you sow on the ground, and a particular type of plant will come out, then rose will come out, a particular flavor will come out. Savabhiki Jnana Balokriya. We do not see how Krishna's energies are working, but it is working. Don't think that it is automatically there was a chunk and there was no, not like that. Everything. But his energy is so perfect. It's like if you want to paint one nice flower, you have to arrange so many things, color and the brush and the painting cloth, and you have to apply your energy, but still it will not come so perfect. But Krishna's energy are so perfect that we see automatically, but there is supervision of Krishna. There is no question of accident. Everything is supervised. But Savhaviti Jnana Balokriya. We have to do it with our hand to paint a picture of a nice rose flower. But in nature, the flower is coming out, we see automatically, no, the Krishna's energy is working there. But it is going on so swiftly, so, I mean to say, accurately, that he hasn't got to exert his energy, but it is working automatically. Savabhiti Jnana Balokriya. So whatever knowledge is required, if you have studied, you will find in the petals of the flower, the color exactly is symmetrical, everything. Whatever color is required, it is coming out. We say automatically, no automatically. Savabhiti Jnana Balokriya. The knowledge and the action of Krishna is so perfect, it is coming out. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Krishna is Savabhik, things are Savabhik, natural, automatically, inconceivable. We cannot conceive that, how it is working. So, Krishna is Savabhik, Teen Shakti, Parinati, Chit Shakti, Jiva Shakti, or Maya Shakti. So, there are many energies, and all the energies now aggregated, divided into three. One is Chit Shakti, the material, spiritual energy. Another is Jiva Shakti, the marginal energy. Jiva Shakti, we are marginal energy. We are Shakti, we are not Shaktiman. You must always remember. Jiva Bhuta Mahabhayo, Jayedot Jahar. Para Prakriti. Aparayam itastu vidhime prakritim para. Jiva Bhuta. Jiva is para Prakriti. It is Prakriti, the other dimension. It is not Purusha. Purusha is enjoyed. And Prakriti is enjoyed, predominated. Prakriti is predominated. And God is predominated. So, all these Shaktis are fully under control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Maya Dhapsena prakriti swate sacharat. In another place, Sisti Sthiti Pralaya Sad Anasakti Rika Chai Vajasam Bhavanani Vibhati Durga Jasata Ichhanurupamapi Jasata Cheshati Sa Govindamani Puritam. Every Shakti is working under his direction. That is Krishna. Krishna Savavik Tin Shakti Parinati Chit Shakti Jiva Shakti Ahara Maya. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is the Acharya process. Acharya. Achinati Shastra. One who knows the Shastra Artha. One who has assimilated the Shastra. He is Acharya. So immediately he is giving evidence from Shastra. Vishnu Shakti Para Prokta Kshetra Gyakhya Tatha Para Avidya Karma Sanganya Tritiya Su Shakti. He has divided the whole energy of Krishna into three. Chit Shakti, Jiva Shakti and Maya Shakti. So the evidence is quoted from Shastra, VISNU-PURANA, that Vishnu Shakti Paraprokta. Originally, the Krishna's energy is Chit Shakti. Chit Shakti is spiritual energy. Original. Everything. Just like the sun and the sunshine originally shining. But when it is covered by cloud, it is not shining. Within the cloud, the real sunshine is there. So this material energy means it is covered by ignorance. This is the difference between spiritual energy and material energy. There is no two energies. Energy is one. Vishnu Shakti Paraprokta. That is Para, spiritual energy. Kshetragyakhya Tatha Para. Kshetragyakhya Tatha Para. Kshetragya means Jiva Shakti, one who knows Kshetra and Kshetragya. This subject matter is dealt in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Kshetra Kshetragya Jnanam. So when Arjuna inquired, Kshetragya, Krishna replied, Idam Sariram Kshetram iti avidhiya. This body is Kshetra. And one who knows this body, it's like I say, it is my body. So I am Kshetragya. So here the same Kshetragya. Kshetragyakhya Tatha Para. The Jiva Shakti, that is also spiritual. We are all spiritual. And this is our mistake, that I am thinking I am this body. This is ignorance. The whole world is going on under this ignorance. That I am this body. I am this body. Jasyatma buddhi kunapeti dhātute chaiva gokhar. If we study these words, that anyone who is under the conception of bodily conception, I am this body, then he is no better than the animal. Saiva gokhar. Go means cow and khara means ass. But this is going on. The whole, the so-called nationalism, nations. So what is this idea of nation? I am American, I am Indian, I am Hindustani, I am Pakistani. Bodily concept of it. But Shastra rejects immediately. If anyone is under the bodily conception of life, he is Saiva Gokhar. He is no better than the enemy. This is the challenge of the Shastra. So all these so-called nationality, big nations, big races, caste, and so on, so on. What is their position? The position is that all of them are animals, that's all. This is the verdict of it. Saeva Gokhara. Actually, this morning we are talking. One dog sees another dog, or he is coming from another neighborhood, he immediately begins to bark. Immigration department. Why you are coming in this neighborhood? All right, you can stay here for 3 days. Then you must have to walk. The dog barking. So we have opened so many branches, but the basic principle is Saeva Gokhara. All of them are on the platform of animal consciousness. This is the modern civilization. India was never meant for that. Pandita Samadarshina. And this high culture we have lost now. Pandita Samadarshina. They never distinct Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmani Gavihastani Suni Cheta Sapati. Because there is no bodily concept of life. This is India's prerogative. But now we are also developing the bodily concept of life and becoming one of the animals. There is no distinction. If one is bodily concept of life, he is no better than animal. It may be the dogs are fighting, that I am dog and you are a different dog. If the man also fights on that the same principle, then what is the difference between dog and man? So, this can be understood when actually Prahlad Maharaj was surprised when his teacher was teaching him how to deal with enemies. He was surprised with his enemy. So a Vaishnava has no enemy. Vaishnava is friend. Patitanang pavanebhya. Vanchakalpatarubhascha kripa sindubhaivacha. Patitanang pavanebhya. Vaishnavebhyo namo. Vaishnava is meant for delivering the patit, the fallen. Fallen means fallen in the bodily conception of life. That is patit. So patitanam pavanebhya. Krishna's also business is to deliver these fools and rascals in the bodily concept of life. That Dehinasmin Datha Dehi Kaumara Jauvanandira. First pointing out that you are not this body. Then knowledge begins. Rather, what is knowledge? If one is under the bodily concept of life, he has no life. And he is Parasakti. But not Aparasakti. The Aparasakti, what is that Aparasakti? The avidya karma sangha kanya tritiya sakti rishyate. This material world means full of avidya and karma sangha and working hard like hogs and dogs day and night. This is material. Material world means based on ignorance that I am this body and working day and night like hogs and dogs. That is material life. But human life, although we have got this material life, body, we should not be, bewildered. Ahankara vimuratma kartaham iti mannati. Ahankara, taking this body in the concept of ahankara, false ahankara, egotism. I am Indian, I am American, I am this, I am that. This is called ahankara. Vimuratma kartaham iti mannati, and the whole world is doing it. So, if we want to become out of this ignorance, then we have to take to Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, there is no possibility. And if we remain in ignorance, then we shall go on committing sinful activities and entangle ourselves in the karma chakra. asannapi klesa dayasa deha. If you don't give up this ignorance of bodily concept of life, and if you go on continuing this bodily concept of life, then we are becoming entangled in the laws of nature. Karmana daivanyatrena jantar upavatti. And then we create another situation for another body. And another body means another period of suffering. This is going on. Asannapi klesa dayasade. Nasadhumanne jatamatmanoya. Atma is Satchidananda. But on account of being bodily covered, encased in this body, we are suffering. We are suffering. Therefore Krishna says that Tagatiti Krsna Bharata. Bharata was the son of Bharat dynasty, Bharata. So, in the material world, the suffering is there. But what is that suffering? Matras parasat konti or Chitasna Sukrukada. Then, on account of this body, now, in this season, we are feeling heat, therefore the fan is there. But another season, the body is the same, but the season has changed. Therefore, I have to cover with hot coat and so this feeling of heat and cold is due to this body. And what is this body? This material body. Therefore, all our feelings of happiness and distress, it is due to this body. That we do not know. So therefore, the best solution of miserable condition of life is to stop this material body. Then you become spiritually situated and there is no more contradiction. Matras for shastra konti or chitasna sukha agama paina nitya tanati tikha sabha. That is the way. We have to do our own business, self-realization. That is tapusya. Tapo digbanga putrakajena suddheta satya. Existence, to purify the existence, we have to practice tapusya. Not running like cats and dogs here and there. This will not make solution of life. Human life is meant for Bodhibhanga putraka jena suddheta satya jasmat brahma sukhamana. This is the process. Mahaseva dharamahur vimukte. If you want to get out of this entanglement of a distress condition, a material body, then Mahaseva, you associate with Mahatma and serve him. Mahaseva dharmahud vimukti. Tamadhyaram jositan sangisangam. And if you want to enjoy senses, then the path of darkness is there. Tamadhyaram. When you do not know where you are going, today you are a human being, tomorrow after this body, you may become a plant, a tree, or something else. That is tamadhyaram. We are pushing through darkness, that we should not remain in darkness. Jyotirgama, tamasima, don't remain in darkness, come to the light. So we have got so many books of knowledge giving us light, especially in this age, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Take advantage of this and come into the light and make your life successful. This is Krishna consciousness movement. Thank you very much.